in the previous episode, under Kaho's hypnosis, Rinako became a perfect cosplayer. To celebrate the successful photoshoot, Kaho said she wanted to take her to a nice place to celebrate, only to pull Rinako into a hotel the next moment. Kaho assured her it was just a regular hotel and told her not to be nervous. She had always wanted to hang out with a friend at a hotel like this. During their chat, Kaho remarked that she had never heard Rinako speak ill of anyone. Rinako thought there wasn't anyone among their group of 5 who would do such a thing. Even Satsuki was just sharp-tongued at most. Kaho believed that, except for Mai and Ajisaya's possible exceptions, even she herself sometimes spoke poorly of others, and she had assumed Rinako was the same. Rinako explained that someone with as much insecurity as her didn't have the energy to criticize others. If possible, she wished she could be as pure as Ajisaya or as confident as Satsuki. Kaho said she understood how Rinako felt. She often envied the talents of those around her too. For example, she sometimes wished she were as tall as Rinako so she could cosplay more characters. Sensing Kaho was trying to comfort her, Rinako sighed that she wished she could lighten the mood like Kaho. Flustered by Rinako's words, Kaho quickly excused herself, saying she was going to take a bath, and even teasingly asked if Rinako wanted to join. Rinako initially refused but eventually gave in to Kaho's thoughts. Strangely, the cheerful Kaho seemed to transform the moment she took off her contact lenses. Confused, Rinako asked about it and learned that Kaho's usual lively persona was actually her cosplaying as a normie, while the shy, glasses-wearing version was her true self. Seeing Kaho so vulnerable, Rinako realized this was her chance to get back at her and playfully offered to scrub her back. But once she actually tried, Rinako herself became too embarrassed and had to abandon the plan. While soaking in the bath, Kaho noticed Rinako seemed quite comfortable bathing with others. Rinako couldn't possibly tell Kaho she had already been in similar situations with Mai and the others, so she quickly steered the conversation back to Kaho cosplaying as a normie. Kaho explained that when cosplaying, she could do things she normally couldn't. It was the only thing she could proudly say she loved more than anyone else, which was why she was so happy to have shared today's cosplay experience with Rinako. Feeling Kaho's genuine passion for cosplay, Rinako couldn't help but wonder if Ajisai and the others had felt the same way when confessing to her. Her thoughts were interrupted by Kaho's sudden scream. She had received an invitation to a prestigious cosplay event, a dream opportunity for any cosplayer. Kaho felt her skills weren't enough and was about to decline, but Rinako stopped her, insisting that Kaho's love for cosplay was unmatched and she shouldn't give up this chance. Encouraged by Rinako, Kaho decided to accept. In that moment, Rinako also made up her mind to give Mai and Ajisai an answer as soon as possible. The next day at school, Rinako went to the rooftop to talk to Mai, only to find that Mai also had something to ask her. Mai planned to invite Rinako and Ajisai to an amusement park that weekend and wanted to know what Rinako thought, guessing that Mai specifically included Ajisai to continue their unresolved conversation. Rinako, now determined not to run away, agreed and said that since it was a date, they could talk properly over the weekend. Before they knew it, the weekend arrived. Rinako and Ajisai arrived early at the amusement park but waited in vain for Mai. It turned out Mai had a last-minute work commitment and couldn't make it. Realizing they would be alone together, both Ajisai and Rinako felt a little shy. Eventually, Rinako broke the silence, took Ajisai's hand, and said they should make the most of this rare chance and have fun. The two tried many thrilling rides and spent a joyful day together, though Rinako couldn't help thinking how nice it would have been if Mai were there too. As dusk approached, Ajisai suggested they end their date with a ride on the Ferris wheel. The confined space of the gondola created an intimate atmosphere. Smiling, Ajisai said they should keep today's date a secret from the others. Rinako playfully mimicked a sealing gesture, but the next moment, Ajisai leaned in and kissed Rinako's hand. Shyly, she explained that since they weren't officially lovers yet, this was her way of expressing her feelings. Rinako once again felt the depth of Ajisai's affection and knew she had to make her decision soon. On her way home, Rinako suddenly received a call from Kaho. Hearing her invite Rinako to accompany her to the cosplay event, Rinako's face lit up with disbelief. For Rinako, attending such a large-scale cosplay event is practically equivalent to walking into a battlefield. So will she accept Kaho's invitation? Stay tuned to my channel for the first look at the next episode.